5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
We start tonight with a developing story in St. Charles County. 3 men facing allegations of extreme abuse, human trafficking, and kidnapping. Prosecutors say they savagely beat a 20-year-old man from India who came here under a student visa. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
I'm Kelly Jackson. Police tell us the horrific beatings happened between April and November of this year. Thankfully, a concerned citizen tipped off investigators and officers were able to make arrests. Justina Coronel joins us live from the St. Charles County Courts with new details tonight. Justina.
Yeah, police say that 20-year-old victim came to the United States a year ago to go to college. He was going to live with his cousin who would act as a sponsor. However, police say that victim never went to college and instead he was beaten, starved, and forced to do labor without pay. Now, yesterday afternoon, photojournalist Sam Belk was able to capture exclusive video of the main suspect in handcuffs. Now, we were the only media there when he was escorted into the St. Charles County Police Department. 35-year-old Venkatesh Reddy Sadaru is charged with kidnapping, human trafficking, and abuse through forced labor. Now, 2 other men, Nikhil Penmasta and Sabran Penumecha, are charged with similar crimes. Now, the victims say he was forced to work without pay for his cousin's IT company. Before and after that work, he would have to do chores at houses in Defiance, O'Fallon, and Darden Prairie. If he didn't, he told police he'd be punished, beaten with PVC pipes and wrapped electrical wires while his cousin watched. Now, when police finally rescued him Wednesday, they say he was in awful shape.
Took him to the hospital where he is confined as we speak now. He's still hospitalized from his injuries. He has numerous broken bones in his hands, in his fingers, in his toes, broken ribs, broken nose.
Now, the victim told police he is terrified for his life because his cousin is very powerful and politically connected in India. And because of that, the suspects are in jail being held without bond. Right now, we're told the victim is in the hospital with multiple injuries. And this morning, he was actually able to connect with his mom and his family in India to tell them what was going on. Reporting in St. Charles County, Justina Coronel, 5 on your side.
And our I-team is looking into the 3 suspects' past, including ties to the Indian government and a website alleging involvement in politics and business overseas. Coming up, all new at 6, our Christine Byers on what we found and their connections to the St. Louis area. And we'll continue following the latest on this story on air and online at KSTK.com. You can also get updates on the 5 on your side app.
Now to our weather first forecast. Right now we are dealing with rain around the bi-state.
So let's check in with meteorologist Jim Castillo. Jim?
Yeah, it's really nice to see this, guys. So low pressure right around really the Texas panhandle, kind of pumping in this moisture from the Gulf of Mexico. Dew points have been climbing, that humidity's been going up, and finally some rain, especially St. Louis southward, a little bit further north. Haven't seen as much rain yet, but that will happen as we get into the evening hours. It becomes more widespread. But right now, zooming in, Melville to Arnold, some shower activity. St. Louis, also near Belleville, we've had some rain. O'Fallon, Missouri, just to the north there, but it's more widespread at this moment to the south. Lesterville, Potosi, and really down Interstate 44, Sullivan to Rolla. And you can see a little bit of gold mixing in. So we go to Springfield and Branson. We've had a couple lightning strikes there. So a little bit heavier rain to our south and west that could easily ride up Interstate 44 and arrive here as we get into the evening hours when it becomes more widespread. We're at 50 degrees right now. Grab the umbrella if you're headed out. And of course, the next 12 hours here, really 100% chance of rain as we go through the overnight hours. Now, tomorrow morning, this does shut off before sunrise, but still spotty showers in the afternoon. I'll time out tomorrow's forecast and the weekend coming up in just a bit.
And you can get the Weather First forecast sent to your phone at any time. Just text the word weather to 314-425-5355.
A community in Monroe County is urging people to slow down and move over for emergency vehicles.
Yeah, this comes after 57-year-old tow operator Wade Bibbins was killed on Interstate 255 near Dupo while trying to remove a broken down car. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer is live at the Prairie DuPont Fire Department, where the victim also worked as a volunteer firefighter. Diamond.
Mike, that's right. Good evening there. I spoke to Wade Bivens' closest friends, lifelong friends actually, who say this is all a hard pill to swallow. They say Wade was a man you could go to for help on anything. He split his time here as a volunteer firefighter at Prairie du Pont Fire Department and also worked at Paw Paw Towing, helping out with people on their worst day. Now, Illinois State Police say the crash happened on Interstate 255 southbound at mile marker 6 around 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Police say Wade's tow truck was in the process of removing a broken down vehicle on the right shoulder of the highway. And as he was loading the vehicle on the back of the tow truck, he then walked to the left side of the tow truck where police say he was struck by a car going southbound on the interstate. Wade was pronounced dead on the scene according to police. The driver that struck him stayed on the scene. Wade's friend include the fire captain, who say the crashes have to stop.
Families is just getting completely destroyed because of our jobs that we put ourselves in, you know. We're out there, we're putting ourselves on the line, and we do this daily. And it's, you know, like Wade probably didn't think that that was going to be his last call.
Now, Wade's friends tell me that he leaves behind 3 daughters, a wife, and grandchildren. And they also tell me he was planning to go hunting this weekend with those grandchildren. Reporting live here in Monroe County, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
I-55 drivers, it's not good news. The construction at Loughborough isn't wrapping up anytime soon.
MoDOT revealed the contractor damaged support beams, and now they'll need to be replaced, which delays the project into 2025. Today, MoDOT engineers walked through the project with our Tracy Henson to explain what went wrong.
The current I-55 lane closures, with 2 lanes open in each direction between River de Pere and Loughborough, will remain in place at least through the middle of 2024.
And paving will last into 2025. Not what MoDOT or drivers want.
That also means that the ramp from Loughborough to northbound I-55 and the ramps from Germania and Loughborough to northbound 55 will remain closed until the northbound bridge over Union Pacific is complete.
Obviously, you can't drive on this, and we want to tell you exactly why. We're going to focus in on the areas with orange spray paint.
The contractor used a braking hammer to demolish the driving surface.
While common and usually effective, this time KCI Construction broke it.
Bridge engineers have determined that most of these girders over the Union Pacific Railroad were damaged too severely to be repaired.
They're compromised. Dented, drooping, unrepairable, unsafe.
We hold our contractor responsible for the demolition practices that they perform, and they were expected to be able to monitor the work to ensure that they weren't going to damage what was intended to be used in place.
KCI has used the same method on 5 other bridges. MoDOT has verified that similar damage has not happened on those bridges. Tracy Henson, 5 on your side.
MoDOT clarified that by holding KCI Construction accountable, they expect KCI to pay for the additional girder work.